Hey guys, J-Man here for another comic book review. Iron Man number 2. Before I get to Iron Man number 2, I did get a few Iron Man things recently. I picked this up. This gives you a breakdown of all the issues, or up to a certain year. Tells you all the cool stuff. Iron Man is a character that I really liked, and obviously he's one of the coolest looking characters. I never read a lot of Iron Man as a kid. I said this on my Iron Man 1 or Invincible Iron Man number 1 review. He was a character I always wanted to get into, but I just really never did. I don't know why. So I do like the character. He looks cool, and he's in West Coast Avengers, which is like, you know, my favorite team up book, pretty much, that and Defenders. So I never got into Iron Man, but I grabbed a few things to get into. And also they this comic here, I got the figure of this particular comic. I like this armor. I think it looks pretty neat, and I actually really like this figure a lot. I think it looks really cool, actually. I do like Silver Centurion Iron Man. He's like probably my favorite. But and I also grabbed this Funko Pop, which is actually really cool. It's like done in the in like the shading of like the comics, which I thought was really neat. It comes with a little pin. I do like pins. But yeah, I thought this was really nice. So just to recap, I collected the first Iron Man comic I ever collected was Tony Stark Iron Man, which I thought was pretty good. It ended, and then it got rebooted and rebooted and rebooted, or I don't know how many times this thing's been rebooted. But now we're on to Invincible Iron Man number 2. Invincible Iron Man number 1, I gave a 4.5, I think, out of 10, which is a below average. I use my space system, story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score for between 0 and 2. 2's perfect. Once you add up all 5 scores, you have a final score out of 10, and that's how we get there. I review every comic book based on itself and its previous issues, also in the genre sort of what it is. I'm not comparing this comic Iron Man to, you know, Alan Moore's Watchmen or V for Vendetta or Dark Knight Returns or something like that. I'm not comparing the art of this comic to the art of Alex Ross or Neil Adams or something. That's not how I do it. So most comics should get a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10 if they're a little bit better. 7 or 8 means they're really good. 8, 9, or 7 or 8 is really good. 9, 10 is like amazing. So I gave 4.5. The big issues I had with number 1 was that I felt it was just too thick and it didn't have enough action. It was just the first, like, I don't know, 7 pages, nothing happened. It's just like, who cares? So this comic does not have that problem. So right off the bat, issue 2 is better. And we're starting to get more of the story, which I'm going to get into right now. I'm going to give the story, I'm very close to giving it a 1.5, actually, because I am intrigued about the mystery. So Tony doesn't have any of his money, I guess, anymore. He doesn't have all, he just has his one Iron Man suit, and I guess he lost it all in the previous series. I didn't read it. I did just recently acquire the entire run on digital of the original series. So I'm up to issue like 13, I think, of Iron Man number 1, big premiere issue Iron Man 1. And Tales of Suspense, I have Tales of Suspense. Well, I actually have an Iron Man. This is crazy. It was an Iron Man DVD, and I don't have it here. I just copied it to my computer. It's an Iron Man DVD official. This isn't a pirated, burned copy thing. It's an Iron Man DVD that contained PDF scans of all of the Iron Man comics. I've got Iron Man, Captain America, and Hulk. I don't know how far it goes up to. It definitely covers like the original Iron Man 1 to 700, or I don't know what it went up to, but it's got all of the Tales of Suspense issues, so with Iron Man, and it goes up to, I think it goes up to like, you know, 2000 or something, or something like that. So it definitely has like the 1 to 700 or whatever. I don't know what original series went up to, but I've got all of that. So, and that's just off of a DVD. It's not even a CD. It's actually a DVD. Or maybe it is a CD, but anyway, I had to find a computer that would take, that would actually take a DVD or whatever. My computer is like one of those little ones. So I copied all the PDFs onto my drive, and I got Captain America and Hulk as well. So it was really cool. And I actually bought these ages ago when they had come out on Amazon, and I just found them again in my DVD collection. So I actually gave away the Hulk and Captain America one. I think I sold those, and I still have the Iron Man one. Anyway, so I did start reading those. It's pretty cool. I do like those old ones. It is fun to get into. But let's talk about Iron Man 2. So I'm going to give the storyline a 1, I think. Yeah. I'm going to give it a 1. I am intrigued. No, I'm going to give it a 1.5. 1.5. Screw it. I'll give it a 1.5. I'm intrigued. I want to know what the mystery is going on. Someone's framing Tony for stuff, so that's kind of neat. And I am interested in what's going on. And it's being told okay. The pacing is much better this time around. I'm going to give the pacing... I might give it a 1.5, because I felt that this is sort of more of what I'm used to for Iron Man. You got a little bit of story in the beginning here with Riri Williams. A little bit of story, a couple pages of story, and then boom, we get right into action. So I don't know what page number this is, but like, a few pages in, we get into some action. And then Riri and Iron Man suit up and they go into battle, right? So they're fighting the living laser. There he is right there. Okay. Was he always this pink, I don't know, or purpley? But yeah, I'm gonna give the pacing a 1.5. There's a pretty good fight. The middle is a fight, and then you get a little bit of continuing on the mystery. And this is sort of the format that I like for Iron Man. Going back and reading all those old Iron Mans, I'm up to like 13 or whatever I said. And I found that it was a little bit of story and then you got a big fight at the end. And that's sort of like the formula. And there's a different guy you fight. And it is a formula. It's the same formula as Spider-Man used in that time, right? And I like that formula. I do like that formula. So yeah, for the artistry. I actually like the art in this. I feel that the colors are pretty good. It's a bit panely, but it's like, there's stuff like that. So that's not a bad page, right? Like there's some cool stuff. It's okay. I'm going to give it a 1. It's good. I like the art. 1 means it's good. I like the art for this. I was close to giving it 1.5. I do like the colors. I wish it was a little bit more vibrant. Just a little bit more for Iron Man, but on the whole, it was pretty good, and there's some nice pages in here. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 1, good, like a solid 1. So what do we got? 3, 1.5, 1.5, 3, 4. Okay, so we're on to the characters. I'm going to give the characters a 1. So we're already higher than we were on the previous issue. I'm going to give it a 1 because I really still like Tony Stark, and I am interested, but we didn't get much of any other characters. This living laser guy was pretty fun. But it's not anything that I'm like, wow, I got to go buy this guy's figure. Riri Williams is a source of a lot of tension for fans. I'll tell you right now, I have not read enough of her to like or dislike her. I read her, like, I guess whatever, Ironheart #1 or whatever it was when that came out. I read the first couple of issues and I didn't think they were all that bad, actually. I didn't think they were that bad. But this is just a character that I'm just not interested in. But I don't hate the character to the point where I would complain. Like, I would say that in the previous series of this, when Hellcat showed up, who was a character I did like Hellcat from Defenders and all that. And she was very irritating in that. And the previous Iron Man series, the Tony Stark Iron Man series, had Jocasta in it. And man, she was freaking awesome. Right? So we went from her to Hellcat, who I just thought was really irritating. And Hellcat I liked before. So it was a downgrade. I only read like four or 5 issues. Actually, I was looking at my, cause you get a digital copy with everything you buy. And I was getting it physical and digital. And I realized that I had a lot of them. I think I had like 8 issues, but I only read like 4 or 5. And then I was like, So Hellcat pissed me off. So Riri Williams has not pissed me off in this. She does have the rings of Mandarin. I don't know how that happened. That's, I guess, in another comic. But this cover looks friggin' awesome. She looks cool on the cover. And I like this cover art. And yeah, I 1-on-1 against Ironheart, that's a lie. What the hell is that? That's a complete lie. That didn't happen. She looks cool here. I don't have a problem with this kind of like mech kind of style, or not mech, but more like bubblegum. I keep thinking like Bubblegum Crisis, which I really like. But yeah, she's okay. I'm not going to fight for her. If you think she's a trash character, that's cool. If you think she's a wonderful character, that's cool. I'm just not there. I don't hate her enough to hate on her, and I don't like her enough to defend her. So I'm going to stick with a 1. And enjoyment, I'm going to give it a 1. So 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm giving this a 6 out of 10. So this one was much better than the first one. The first one really suffered a lot from the page count and trying to justify that $5 price tag by making it thicker and really not giving you a lot for your money. I think this one had a $4 price tag. I still think Marvel comics are too expensive. I still think they should all be $3, just like Spawn. But $4, I mean, comics are expensive anyway, so it's close. So I'm giving it a 6 out of 10, which means it's definitely better than a pass. It was enjoyable. I am going to get Iron Man 3. I will review Iron Man 3. So let me know what you thought of Iron Man, Invincible Iron Man number 2. Where are you at on your score? Do you think it improved? Are you interested in what's going on with the storyline? I am interested, but I am new to Iron Man, so I'm very open to suggestions. I have been reading from the beginning. I know there's like a lot of famous storylines that I've not read any of. This isn't like Spider-Man or Hulk where I just even know the storylines, even if I read them as a kid and I don't remember exactly what happened. But, I love Grey Hulk. I'm trying to think, like, I love the Jackal and stuff in the old Spider-Man where he cloned him and all that. So it's like, I don't know what the big story, I don't even know what the big stories are for Iron Man. I know there's Armor Wars, I guess, was a big thing. Never read it. So I do have all those now on PDF, so I'm excited to get into those old classic Iron Mans. But that's it, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on number 2. Until next time.